Hello, my name is Jennifer and welcome to part 1 and the introduction to my Rags to Riches Painting Collection Challenge. And if you are returning, welcome back. And in this part, I'm really going to go over the goals, the rules, and introduce you to my Sims. Now, of course, painting is known to be an easy way to make money in the game. And as a result, my Sims tend to sell pretty much all of their paintings. So the premise behind this challenge is that you need to keep your paintings and only sell duplicates and essentially see how many paintings, how many unique from each other paintings that you are going to have at the end with a minimum goal, which I will cover. So it's not going to be quite as easy at the beginning to make the money because you can't sell paintings unless they're duplicates. Now, so for the setup, you need to start with 2 Sims who are going to be your painters. And you can have an additional Sim to help with doing collecting and selling on a yard sale or street gallery if you have city living, which I have done here. I will introduce you to them after I go over the rest of the setup. Of course, the 2 painting Sims have to be teen or up. Mine are teens because that's what age they need to be able to paint. And you the aging doesn't matter. You can have it off. You can have it on normal. You can have it on long. I don't recommend short. I don't think you're going to get enough time because you're going to have to work on other things. So, but it is up to you. So your Sims are starting with nothing, like my Sims are here, and you can make money from other things other than painting. But of course, the main goal of the money is supposed to be from painting. But to start with, you need money to be able to paint, and even more so since you can't sell your paintings until you get duplicates. And so you can make money from collecting, gardening, odd jobs if you have island living, errands if you have cottage living, or essentially any other way that you can make money easily to help you get the money to be able to paint. Now, you can use easels on public lots, or like there in Windenburg, there's easels in this neighborhood. You can use those easels so that all you need is the money for the paintings, and you don't actually need the money for the easels until you actually earn enough money for the easels. That's not really a priority. And in this case, I have actually started with a making money scenario. Not that I'm planning on getting to the million during this, because that's not a goal. It was just an easy way. I just figure if I'm going to start with nothing, I may as well work on that scenario, though we're not planning on playing through that long. And as I already said, you can sell duplicate paintings, and I actually recommend if you're going to have, once you have a duplicate, that you sell whichever is more valuable, because the more valuable your paintings, the higher your bills are going to be, of course. So we're allowed to use clubs, which I've created, but you can add other people to the club to have them do the painting for you. Only your 2 painting Sims can do the painting. And you can buy, reward points for your Sims once they've earned them. I like marketable. It's one I would recommend. It'll increase the value of your paintings, which is not good from a bill perspective, but good from earning money perspective. And I also, because certain paintings are only available at lower skills, I don't recommend you max through the painting skill, because you want to try and get as many unique, different paintings from each other as possible. So I don't recommend that you use a tiny residential lot, at least until you have maxed the paintings. Once you've maxed the painting skill, then you can use it so that you can boost your skills if you wish. At that point, just you don't want to boost the painting skill. Don't use a club perk to boost the painting skill. You can use it to boost other skills. And I also don't recommend using the natural light lot trait, because that boosts the skill from painting also. I kind of think maybe liking painting boosts the skill. I'm not actually sure about that, but it may do. So you may not want them to like painting until they've maxed the skill too, even though I didn't actually make a note of that, because I'm not sure. Let me know if you know in a comment down below. So let's get on to the actual goals, which I've kind of, sort of said. So you're going to keep any painting that is different, which I've already said. So at a minimum, you need to have at least 5 of every type and every size. However, if you have more, like if you have 6 of a type, you're going to keep that. You can have more, you just have to have a minimum of 5. So there are classic, pop art, Impressionism, Surrealism, Realism, and Abstract. Those have 3 sizes. So since there are 6 types there, That's a minimum of 30 small, 30 medium, and 30 large for those types of paintings. There's also landscape paintings, which are only one size, so that's another 5. You have your emotional paintings, which there are 6 of those. You have flirty, confident, playful, sad, angry, and focused, and they only come in one size. Focused, however, is based off of the logic skill. And my understanding is that you unlock different logic paintings as you level up the skill. So that still would be, if you do get a minimum 5 of all of those, that would be another 30 paintings. If you have Discover University, there are figure paintings, and there are 3 like top end ones, but then they have stages of them, so that makes 9 in total. So there again, we're going to try for, minimum of 5. And then also, once your Sims have maxed their painting skill, not that you need to have maxed your painting skill, but I think this is a nice thing to do at the end once they've already maxed it, have them do a paint by reference of each other, so that will also be included in your painting count. It's just more sort of fun for who painted the paintings. So that's in a total of either 127 paintings that you're going to have displayed on your lot, because that's part of what you're going to be doing, or 132 if you have Discover University, because there's the extra 5 minimum of that many paintings, so you need space for them. So you're going to put all those paintings you've collected, hence the collecting, including those paint by references, in a separate room on your lot, or on your lot you can have like a separate little building on your lot, but it's going to be on your Sims residential lot. So as a result, I can't remember if I said it already, but you should probably start with at a minimum a 40 by 30 lot, which is what my Sims are on, which is probably a little bit on the small side, but I wanted them to be in Wittenberg, and that was the largest empty lot here. So it's the summer home lot that I'm on here, because there are easels in the neighborhood, so I went for that. But a 50 by 40 might be better, but I think I can manage with a 40 by 30. I think there's room, but you definitely want something a little bit bigger to be on. So also, you're going to, once you have your build with either your room or your separate little building on the same lot, you're going to upload either the room or the build to the gallery, and you're going to use hashtag MS Painting Challenge. And this is also a challenge I'm doing in my Facebook group, Sim Sanctuary. So if you're already a member there, share your progress there. If you would like to come join and share your progress, if you'd like to play along, that would be great. I will have links down below. I also have a Discord. You can share it there too. And so the other thing you need to do is you have to have both your painting Sims complete the painting aspiration, and you want to have both of your painting Sims complete the fortune aspiration. Of course, most of the money will be made from painting. And just to note, if you have city living and use a street gallery, then if you sell any money on the street, any paintings on the street gallery, any money earned from that will attribute to everybody in the household. So it does make it easier to, one, you can get more money if you mark it up 300%, so that's extra easier, and 2, it will, like I said, you could have 200,000 go for both of them kind of thing. But you also, if you have nifty knitting, you can sell on Plopsy if you like. Perhaps if you have some less valuable ones, once you've got established, it might be easier just to sell on Plopsy, and you can just sell directly too if you want. I'm going to make it so that my Sims have to have a yard sale table to sell collectibles, or a street gallery to sell the paintings, except for the 3 that they need for the painting aspiration before they can essentially sell. But you don't have to do that. That's just something I like to do, whereas I don't let them actually sell into their inventory until they have like a way that they could have sold. But I don't make them always sell through street galleries and yard sale tables, because it can take a lot of time. But it's just sort of, if they have it, then I let them do that. But you don't have to do that. That's just how I like to do it. But that's it. So mainly you're going to try and keep all of these paintings, set them up in a room or a separate little small building area on your lot. You're going to complete the painting aspiration, and you're going to complete the fortune aspiration. So those are the goals, and all the rest is just sort of how, more details on those paintings. So let's meet our Sims. I'm not actually going to be doing anything in this part. I'm just explaining the challenge and introducing the Sims. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on the challenge. I could still possibly tweak it before I start playing in the next part in a comment down below. So let's meet our Sims. Our first Sim here, well, not actually, let's switch over to Clinton because he's actually the furthest on the left. So let's start with him. So Clinton McFarland, as I said, they're both teens. He's an animal enthusiast. He's creative. And I made him, gave him a purveyor of potions because they're all spellcasters because that's how I like to play. So he has a collector bonus trait from doing that. I just decided to do that to make it different. You might prefer to make your Sims creative art lovers and then have them only on the painter extraordinaire aspiration to possibly make it easier. I just wanted them not to be exactly the same as each other, so I did not do that. However, with our Mariella, who is also a teen, as you would gather, because she's on the right-hand side, even though they're the same age, she is creative and an overachiever, but she does have the painting aspiration, so she does have the muser trait from having essentially an artistic type of aspiration. So I do have holidays, so they will not be going to school. And Mariella's little brother, Darren, is an animal enthusiast, and, you know, as I can, I'll try and have him work on the aspirations. And since I have a child, I might see how many unique kids' paintings that, or drawings, I should say, that we get from him and display them too. But that is not part of the challenge. I'm just thought that would be kind of in keeping with the painting aspect of it, that we might have a little kids area in the room or the little separate. So when I say a separate build, I just mean, like, you know, you're gonna have their residential area and then you're gonna have a slightly separate, you could have a separate building area where people come and look at the paintings, just sort of hypothetical, come and look at the paintings. Obviously they're not really going to do that, or you can just have an attached room in the house. It doesn't really matter, but you're not just gonna have it throughout your Sims home area. You want to have it in a separate area. That's the main thing. So that is all of them. I do have Darren in Scouts, but I don't have my two teens doing anything other than they're going to be painting, because I want to try and get through the painting as quickly as possible. It is summer, and as I said, I do have holidays. I have 2-week seasons, so I have 2 weeks of holidays and then one Labor Day at the end. So I'm hoping that we will have all of our paintings and everything done in that 2-week period. Because at that point, if I don't, then they are going to start going to school, which I'm not going to really bother showing because the main focus is really the rags to riches and the getting the paintings. But that is it. I'd love to know your thoughts on the challenge, and if you're planning on playing along, either, like I said, you could share in the group or on my Discord or wherever you want to share. Just tag me. I'm on Instagram, not there very much, but I am there, and I'm on Twitter. But that's kind of it for this video. Likes and comments are always appreciated, and they really help with the algorithms. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!